Hello, it is Friday night, and we have had quite the week. Not a great week, but we've had a week. So this is Randy Kirk, and if this kind of content is helpful to you, please like and do all that stuff. And we're looking for a few more folks for the Patreon. And let's dig right into what this week brought. So we've been talking about for a while now this concept that what's good is bad and what's bad is good. And this week was almost you could find it in the encyclopedia or in Wikipedia. If you looked under bad is good, all right, in terms of the economy, it was that week. This would be it. It would be the example. We had better than expected numbers with regard to unemployment, not as many people wanting to go out and get that unemployment check. We had good numbers in terms of a couple of the retailers, even though their guidance was a little off. But still not horrible. We had good retail overall numbers were fine all week, except of course for the inflation numbers. And here we got battered again and again and again. So this morning was the third time this week where the inflationary numbers were provided. This particular morning, these are the Fed's favorite numbers. These are the basically all expenditures. So it's not based on a basket of food that you might purchase or a basket of products that you might purchase. Rather, it's all expenditures. So that includes government and businesses and et cetera. So the Fed likes this particular KPI, key performance indicator, and it was stronger in terms of inflation than anybody had hoped for. So this, of course, meant that the stock market said, okay, so we're not going to get any softening of the Fed's stance. We're going to continue to see increases in the overall interest rates that are going to be charged. The bond market is now flirting with 4%, up from 3.45 just a few days ago, like last week. So it's a pretty significant increase in the interest rates that the bonds market is providing us. So that is, of course, a big negative to the stock market, and so the stock market responded to it. The truth is, the S&P is still up for the year, even though it's down for February. So this creates confusion. Tesla is down for the week, but way up for the year. So it becomes very confusing, and there's a good reason for it being confusing. If you've watched my videos on the economy in previous sessions, you know that I have a philosophy that looks at a number of indicators that may not be the same indicators as anybody else. I've added one additional indicator this week, and that is the amount of truck tonnage that's being shipped. I've talked to bankers in the past who have actually counted trucks on the road as a way to gauge a leading indicator with regard to what's happening with the economy. Well, guess what? Truck tonnage is up. So we have lots of people employed. We have lots of people getting plenty of income from their employment. We have nobody getting laid off. We have people that are able to change jobs in order to secure better jobs. And the employers are still hung out to dry trying to find good people. So that is not a recession. There's never been a recession that included those kinds of numbers. Moreover, housing is usually something that gets whacked pretty early in a significant, any kind of normal recession. Housing is holding up. Why is that? Well, the reason housing is holding up is because there's no supply. So typically when you get into a recession, you're going to have all kinds of people that will be putting their houses on the market because they're worried or because they might have to change jobs or these kinds of things. But we're in a completely different world today. We're in a world where people own their houses outright. We're in a world where old people are not selling their homes. They're going to die in place. And so they're not selling their homes. And so as a result, there's very little product available on the market. So even if you raise the interest rates to where you might be having to pay 6 or 7% in order to get a home, the impact on home prices is only kind of a reverse corollary to the amount of the increase that's caused by the interest rates. So you're seeing this. Homes are down 10, 15%. In some markets they're not down at all. So that's not a recession. Rents, some people are saying rents are down a little bit. I'm not seeing any clarity with regard to rents. That's one the Fed is looking for. They're hoping to see rents coming down, but I'm continue to be confused as to how they think increasing the interest rates are going to cause people to be forced to offer lower rents. I think they're going to have to offer higher rents if they're paying higher interest rates. So very confusing to me, but it's a confusing time. Again, this economic situation is not like any that I've ever seen, and I've been studying it for a very long time. As I've mentioned before, I wrote a book on recessions. I've seen all kinds of different recessions for different reasons, and this is not a recession. So as I mentioned on Wednesday, now people are talking about not a soft landing, not a hard landing, but no landing. What might that look like? Well, people are starting to come out of the woodwork endorsing this concept a little bit. The idea is, well, the economy is so strong that while there might be certain industries, let's take Home Depot, for instance, they might be showing a little slowdown, but other industries like travel are not showing the slowdown. So we have overall, people have the money to spend and they want to spend it to enrich their lives. So if the economy is not going to ever slow down below this 2 to 3% per year rate, then that's going to put upward pressure on inflation, especially when you have 1.9 jobs available for every one person looking for a job. The labor inflation is going to be kind of built in. And again, increasing interest rates might slow down the overall economy and therefore at some point reduce the number of jobs that companies are looking to fill. But boy, I don't see this very soon at 3.4% unemployment, almost, was it 200,000 people that applied for unemployment insurance last week, and 1.9 jobs for every person looking. So I just don't see. It's going to be months, quarters, even years before the impact of these higher interest rates are going to start to impact the employment situation. So what can we look at? Well, so bonds are up, as we mentioned. Oil continues to flirt. It's right around 75, 76. I'd like to see that come down. That would be a big help because oil goes right through the economy. The cryptocurrencies got smashed today, and that would be an indication that people don't want to take risks right now. So we've had this risk on, risk off, risk on, risk off. Each week it seems different in terms of where people are with regard to their investment theories. So Tesla, finally, what can I say? This should have been, and I've been touting it all week, this should have been an up week for Tesla as people get into the FOMO mood, fear of missing out, and they want to be ready for next Wednesday so that they don't have a situation where they're not taking advantage of the amazing stuff that's going to be happening next Wednesday. If you look at some of my other videos that I've just done in the last couple of days and will be doing in the next few days, I talk about all the different stuff. There's a tendency for the street. There's a tendency for retail investors. There's a tendency for even sophisticated investors to make all their concentration on the cars. Everything's about sexy. But the energy side, the semi side, the dojo, the AI side, you go down the list, all the different things, the possibility of FSD being fully activated, and then robotaxis. And then you've got Optimus, which I'm going to do a big video that should be out on Sunday afternoon. You want to see that one? It's great. So that's what I want to recommend to you. Anyway, so all these things are going to be happening on Wednesday that the street and the regular retail investors are not paying any attention at all to. They're all just trying to multiply out. What is Tesla going to do with cars? What are they going to do with margins? Do they have enough demand? That's where all the attention is. And the rest of it is a much bigger story. Energy's as big as cars. Robotaxis obviously is going to be bigger than cars. Optimus robot is going to be bigger than all of it. You just go down the line, the semi-trucks won't be as big as cars, but I believe it's going to be very close. It's going to be a very, very big business. And I'm having a fellow on next Friday, and we're going to talk about that. So anyway, What do you do? I don't know. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for your entertainment only. Don't take my advice. Do your own homework and all that. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm getting some more leaps on Monday because I want to take advantage of these lower prices. I'm not selling anything. I'm not doing anything else. That's it. What should you do? I don't know, but I do know that if we go into Wednesday with absolutely no increase from the FOMO on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and then they have the event on Wednesday evening, I tend to believe that we're going to see a rally on Thursday that will continue on for some time, because I think it will be clear enough for people to see the story. I did a video on the story. Go back and look at that video on the story. It's really important. So the new story, this is a story stock, and there is a new story. You need to be aware of the new story. That's what Wednesday is all about. Okay, I think that's it. So like and subscribe and please comment. Let me know what you're thinking about these things. How do you see the economy going in the next weeks? How do you see Tesla going over next Monday through Wednesday before the big show? Let me know what you think, and then join Patreon. Hey, it's been great talking to you.